So for the last couple of years, I've been deep into spiritual stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I hit that wall too. So then I had to study all the finance stuff. And from the financial perspective, I need to tell y'all that you have to think better about yourself. It's going to sound like I'm talking spiritual, but I'm not. You have to think better about yourself. And that idea that you have, what you don't understand is like you as a human physical being are a pass through entity for the mind, but the mind is shared. We all share the same mind. So when you get an idea, it's like a frequency match, a resonant frequency match for something that already fucking exists. So it sounds crazy because you have to combine shit, and I might say it sounds spiritual, but fuck spirituality. We can just talk about quantum physics because they're saying the same shit. Basically, what happens is this. And you have to, for the love of God, please be smart. If you're going to listen to this and be a dumbass, just get off the video, but be smart. And it's not that hard to be smart. The word. What does a bank do? The bank collects deposits. A bank collects deposits. But what is a deposit? What is a deposit in physics? What is a deposit in phase? What does it mean? And it means when you go from air, the idea, straight into the physical form. The bank is operating in a physics experiment where they take your idea and they take your idea in form and they hold it at the bank, and then they give you money because that's by itself is an asset. It's an asset, and that's all they're ever even allowed to do. Now hear me. There's too many people in the world who don't understand that our parents' generation and the generation before them cut a lot of the rules, bro. They didn't listen to rules, and they did whatever the fuck they want, whenever the fuck they felt like it. So they didn't read the rules. And so they didn't really access the information that the way they're supposed to. And I mean, the lawyers don't read the law. The pastors don't read the Bible. You know what I'm saying? And the doctors don't read the body. The bankers don't read the codes. They don't understand what money really is. They're just interested in getting their own and going to do something else because most people, when they have their profession, don't actually like what they're doing. So why am I going to spend all this extra time reading about this shit if I don't even like what I'm doing? That's the condition in America, right? So the bankers don't even know how money works, and the doctors don't know how, like, I don't know how it works, man, and it kind of pisses me off. But it's actually quite simple. You take the idea that you have in your head, and the bank is going to give it a certain amount of money. They're going to tell you what it's worth, your idea. And then they can fund it. And once they fund it, they take your piece of paper, which is the idea, and then they bank that idea, and they hold that, and then they can trade the idea. Hear me. The banks aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing because as soon as you give them the idea, they're supposed to give you your money. But what they do is they set up some sort of bullshit plan where, like, they loan you money and shit. And they coerce you into understanding this because no logical human being who operates on the face of the fucking earth is going to say, hey, I'll give you a piece of paper, you give me money. Yeah, I'll take that. No one's going to take the second deal of, I'm going to take this business plan and you're going to loan me money and I can pay you interest back on 7%. No. Everyone's going to take the first one. And that's what the fucking law says what banks are supposed to do. And that's why if you have a trouble in your economy, it's because you don't have enough ideas in your economy. It's not because you don't have enough money. But we haven't known this for a long time because the bankers are liars. The bankers, the lawyers, the doctors, the pastors, they all take oaths to keep this information secret. And they have to keep it a secret because it's so simple. But the funny part is they don't tell each other their secrets. So the banker doesn't know that he doesn't need to feel guilty because the pastor doesn't tell him that all of it's a metaphor. But the pastor doesn't have any money because the banker doesn't tell the pastor that he's fake. It's fake. The money is just it's a token. It's literal monopoly money. The only real money that it's sourced back to is the originator of the person who created it, which is you, the originator of the business plan, or the originator of this, or the originator of the corporation, or the originator of the stock, or you're the originator. Because it starts in the mind and everybody has access to it. So when you pull it in, you already created the money. You already created it. And then from there, it goes into the derivative system of stocks, bonds, trading, and all of that. But where does it come from? Where's money sourced from? Look, where we're from, we're not stupid. We know how quantum physics works. We know you can grow gold in the same way you can grow you can grow gold in the same way you can grow fucking vegetables, bro. That shit is fucking loser shit. That's loser shit. Grow humans, bro. How do you create a whole society that loves each other? That's what we trying to do. Any physical commodity is just based on frequency modulation and frequency aggregation. That shit's easy as fuck. You haven't figured it out? That's why America works the way it does, because niggas like me understand how it works. Everything's agriculture, just physically or mentally. Same principles applied to different fields. But if you're the originator of the seed, you get credit. The seed physical comes from the plant, right? I will know thee by your fruit. Y'all don't get it. Y'all don't get it, huh? Y'all don't get it. They taking your seeds at the bank. Your ideas are just seeds. All of it's agriculture. All of it is farming. And they're stealing it from you. And then they're making you pay it back. And that's all that's happening. Yeah, that's all. Peace and love. Adios.